let's go on and move on to the mess.
Oh boy.
It's been some interesting things going on in the mesosphere. So let's talk about it. The first one, there is a Fugees reunion going on.
Ooh. Oh dear.
Frost, Wkly, and Lauren decided to come back and do some reunion performances. Do you want to hear the highlights of their first show?
I'm not quite sure that I do.
Do you want to predict the highlights of their first show? Maybe is a better question.
I'm going to say they were late. That's what late start.
They were late?
I'm going to say Miss Lauren was late. The Empress was late. I'm going to say somebody didn't know what song they were supposed to be doing. And maybe the backing track started before they did.
All sounds very plausible.
I'm also going to predict a fight.
They're all very sound predictions.
Those are my predictions.
So, the Fugees' first reunion show, I guess Jupiter's moon was not in line with the major Ursa and Ursa Minor, and
Stop it.
The third eyes were not aligned to their chakras.
Stop it.
The show started 3 hours late.
Oh my God. The way I would have been ready to rampage. Are you serious?
I said 3. As in
3 hours late? 180 minutes after it was supposed to start.
Yeah. Oh, 180 minutes late, followed by a 45-minute production.
Oh my God.
You
sat in silence for 3 hours just for them to play one album.
You
45 minutes.
A corona-infested space, probably, for 3 hours.
You know they didn't have their masks on. You know they didn't have no masks on.
Just breathing, and you know you're breathing agitated air because you're telling yourself, before I bought this ticket, I knew how Lauren works. I knew her ways, and I did it anyway.
You knew you should have got there 3 hours late yourself.
So now you huffing and puffing, mad at yourself, mad at
more carbon dioxide, releasing more carbon dioxide,
releasing that angry corona-filled breath into the air.
Oh my gosh, with no mask to filter it, just all in the atmosphere.
Oh my gosh. This just sounds like a complete hot mess that should have been completely expected.
I don't understand how she keeps getting away with this.
Lauren the scammer.
Why? Lauren? Oh, child, get out of my Caucasian home. Like, what are you doing? How does she keep getting away with this?
Like,
why do people keep buying her tickets?
At a point, yeah, you gotta reflect within. Like, she is giving you all evidence, all information to conclude it is highly likely that you're gonna waste your money, your time, and your energy trying to see a live performance by Miss Lauren Hill. You probably should have just put old Miss Education back on your playlist and let it ride.
I don't.
So you kind of got what you deserved.
Paid for. You paid to kick it. You paid to kick it.
You got an authentic Lauren Hill performance. That is what it is.
Was it standing only? Oh, God.
No
3
idea.
hours? 3 hours? Imagine it's standing only. Somebody's going to get a duel.
45-minute performance. What is that? An extended version of X Factor.
Yeah.
Fuji La.
Yeah.
Of course, Wkly probably gonna sing "Gone to November,"
even though that's not the group.
Yeah,
he's definitely doing "Gone to November," and he's definitely doing "If I Was President." Definitely.
Those 3 were already about half an hour, so you got 15 minutes.
Not 3 songs stretching half an hour because y'all are ridiculous.
Yeah, 15 minutes of call and response. Shout out to the city that you're in,
No.
and then exit stage left.
Shout out to the city that we in tonight.
All right, thanks for coming out. Good night.
Everybody exit to the back, please. What the fuck? No, after waiting 3 hours.
So essentially, you spent 4 hours of your life for roughly half an hour of performance.
Because they probably had to do mic checks. They gotta come out and walk back and forth. Yo. Sorry about that, y'all. Gotta do all of those.
Laura Hill got to tune her guitar because you know it's always slightly off. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Always slightly off. Dang. Don't you have professionals for this? Man, and Wkly know he could have went out there and did his songs on his own. He did not have to let them people sit there for 3 hours.
I bet he was like, you know what? No, if she could do it, I'm not budging.
Pros, you could have came out there and did some of your underground shit that ain't nobody ever heard. Dang.
No, thank you. I don't think that would have, provided them with the sustenance that they needed.
So you saying that might have made it worse?
Well, he gonna sing "Ghetto Superstar" on repeat.
Oh, with Wkly singing Maya's parts,
and then Wkly going on a tangent about Haiti because you know he did. He did.
He definitely did. He definitely came out there and talked about Haiti.
That was the 15. See,
there it is. You found the 15 minutes. You found it.
Oh my
Wkly
God.
talking about Haiti.
Yeah. So I don't know if this tour is gonna have a quick beginning and a quick end, or if they're gonna keep this going. Maybe they did this on purpose. Like, we'll do the most ridiculous thing on the front, and then everything else up from that is up. You can't get any worse than 3 hour wait.
A 3 hour wait for a 45-minute set. This is not how Black people are supposed to treat each other. We're not supposed to treat each other like this. Is the respect, ma'am?
Sure. Couldn't be me. I'll just keep listening to the album. I got it. It's fine.
Dancing around my living room with the incense lit and whatever I wanted to eat.
That's fine. That
fine. Sounds good to me.
So yeah, but people will still show up because they don't get it, and that's their problem.
Child.
Moving on from them. Want to give a quick RIP to Anthony Johnson, who us in the Black community know as Ezel from Friday. Yes. He unfortunately passed away at the age of 55. RIP. We don't know what was the cause.
Oh man.
Iconic role.
I'm telling
Black
you,
community.
for a generation of us, we will know that role. I mean, he may not have had many, but the ones he had, we certainly all remember.
Yeah. I mean, it just, his scenes as Ezel, everything was quotable.
Pretty much, yes. And that run. That's such a good paced jog he would have.
Like, iconic role. I don't know all that he did. I'm sure he had done something related to comedy or comedy movies throughout the years. Maybe not as big as that movie. But a part of this that I did want to talk about, not related to him, because RIP, he's transitioned. But his wife, in these funerals proceedings, she opened up a GoFundMe, as everyone is wont to do in these times, to help with funeral payments and the such. Yes. And then she went on a rant on social media, calling his fans, his friends, and his family fake. I guess for not donating in the way that she expected. So, unrelated to him, because he is no longer here, I want to talk about her.
Ooh, child. That's ugly. That's pretty messy, ma'am.
Yeah.
Goodness. she might want to rethink that. I guess it's too late to rethink it now, but just like, why would his fans pay for his funeral?
I'm saying.
Like, why would they do that? I've never heard of such a thing. His
Like,
family, yeah. His friends, if the family can't do it, I could understand them passing the hat.
maybe.
I can understand passing the hat, but I don't understand being shamed for not being able to pay for somebody's funeral. Like,
Yeah,
the expectation is not outside; it's inside, honey.
yeah, exactly. So first off, like, you don't get to come to people's fandoms
Mm-hmm.
and be like, since you liked him, you liked his role, you need to pay for his proceedings. And I get that you might not be thinking the clearest, you might be stressed with, the grief and handling this, but it is no fan's responsibility to provide anything monetary to any of these actors or actresses or entertainers. I didn't see that in the description of a fan.
I'm telling you,
just tune into whatever you like them in and keep it pushing.
I thought I was your fan. I watch your work. I buy your things so that you get your paycheck. I didn't know I was supposed to be covering your debts and things of that nature.
Yeah. And that's the other part of it. Like, this is more of you not really recognizing the fact that whatever had happened in you and your husband's life, he had a legit career, at least in the 90s. If y'all did not do well with your financial planning and y'all did not have something set up that you could give, I guess, whatever, I don't know if it's an extravagant funeral, if she's trying to have like a big production of it, but like, that is on y'all and how y'all planned for this part of your lives.
Definitely
If
a
you didn't
cautionary
plan
tale.
it in the way that it should have, then you need to have a scaled down reception. Maybe you don't need to make it a big production. Because if this is how you feel like you get to make it by like going off on fans and friends, and I don't know if she's counting friends by like, oh, you did a movie with him, so you should have paid something, or if it's like real friends.
Did you have a specific person in mind and you just not saying their name? Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
So they talk to them. Get off the line with this.
Take it up with them, sis, not us.
Like, this is what happens when people transition and you are not prepared and you don't have things set up.
Like, I didn't even know his real name, ma'am. Why would I pay for his funeral?
I mean, yes, I did have to look it up to know what his name is. I did have to say Ezel, what's his name, and figure it out. Still iconic role. Still doesn't change my opinion. With whatever y'all did post his big part of his career, that is on y'all.
Correct.
It's not up to anyone else to solve that for you. So maybe delete all that stuff, sit back, reflect, see what resources you have or you can sell, and have a very intimate, modest ceremony. It doesn't have to be a big thing.
Sometimes you just have to choose cremation if that's what you can afford.
Yeah.
I prefer it. I prefer it. So just so folks know, cremate me, please. Put me in a tree. Thanks.
But it just kind of is a testament to like, he's 55, unfortunately transitioned, and like, look, they didn't have anything set up. It's like, we as a community got to do better about that stuff. You do not know when it's your time. And you don't want to leave these financial stressors on the ones that like have to let you go. It's just, we got to do better with that stuff. We really do.
We definitely got to, that is something in our community that we don't work on enough. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I even want to say it's our community. It might
I'm
be
saying it's our community.
By class as well, class level as well.
Right. Yeah.
Because not everybody can afford life insurance. Like, you have to really look at it like that. Not everybody can afford it.
Yeah, and that's true. But that doesn't mean you don't plan for something.
You definitely got to have something figured out. Yeah. And if y'all don't got the money for the big thing with the nice head tombstone and coffin and all of that, you got to pay for what you got. Period. You just got to use what you got. And to blame the fans, the strangers that have no connection to you whatsoever.
Fake fans, because we don't want to.
Dang.
Our money.
And
Girl,
no, she's on one for that.
yeah, so hopefully that was just like out of her character due to her, grief and emotional processing, and they figure it out and have an acceptable ceremony or whatever they need for him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So moving on from that, I'm gonna call this section "Babies Ain't Gonna Save Y'all."
Oof. I
So
mean, king size oof, D.
this week we found out that Jason Derulo and his exotical partner, girlfriend, wife, I have no idea, her name is Gina Frooms, they literally just had a baby. And then they literally just announced, we're done.
Oh, bummer.
Literally. We also found out that Elon Musk and Grimes, who literally just had an android, are also done.
Oh my gosh.
And then we heard earlier this year about the ridiculousness that was Safari and Erica Mena while she's in NICU with her newborn. He's doing the dirty wine down in Jamaica. So they're
Homeboy
done.
said, "You told me to go, so I'm gone." To
I
the
know my
max.
child's in NICU, but these wines ain't gonna wind themselves.
Somebody gotta hit this wine, and it's gonna be me.
So like,
Damn.
yeah, we keep seeing these series, these people, they pop out these babies, and then immediately it's like, no, we're kind of not supposed to be together at all.
Mm-mm.
And now
Mm-mm.
you got this baby to deal with.
Sad. The baby, the poor baby, a
Like,
child. Oh,
what do you think are the problems with these? I mean, I know it happens outside of celebrities, but we're talking about celebrity couples. What do you think this is like with these celebrities getting together, popping out these babies, then immediately it's like, and nah.
or impulse control, boredom.
Oh.
Yeah, short attention spans. The same thing it is for most of these young dummies. Erica Mena and Safari should know better.
Yeah. I mean, their whole relationship was just a joke. So the fact that they brought kids into that circus is just shameful on both of their
It's
parts.
just got to be people that don't really understand what love is. I just don't, like they just must not really understand what being really truly committed to somebody is, because they just hop in and out of each other's lives like it's a game.
Yeah. It's like
It's
nothing is serious.
mm-mm.
Like
It
we
can
can
always
have
just
babies
be
and immediately separate. That doesn't matter.
they can always just easily walk away from each other. They don't really learn anything about each other. They don't really know each other. Then they get in these heavy commitments and then they go, I don't even really freaking know you. Surprise. And now they're ready to walk out. It's shameful. It's sad.
It's just ridiculous. And then they thinking like people say, oh, they got money, they can afford to. No,
That's not the
it's
point.
not
That's not
about their
even
money.
such a fraction of raising children. It's a fraction of it.
Yeah. It's about the fact that like they had to have known like there's some incompatibility here and they still chose to pop out babies, and now you got a two-parent home immediately as soon as they get here.
These anchor babies. It's just when the kids gonna grow up and recognize that they're not dummies. Kids don't stay dumb forever.
Mm-mm. And especially these celebrity kids, we already know they're just gonna be a hop, skipping away of being all kinds of confused, and y'all just
Seriously.
make it easy for them.
It's a wild, wild world out there. It's a
Yeah.
wild, wild world.
But in the worst part of it is that these people, Jason Derulo, Safari, they will have another woman pop up thinking that the situation is going to be different and another baby to deal with.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I guess it's because you can't even really tell, do these people even like children? They don't spend no time with them. They just want to dress them up in fancy clothes and then dip out.
Yeah. I mean, they swear that they do, but they just seem like to be having these babies as social media objects and social media flexes. Like, look at the ways I can dress up my baby and post pictures, as opposed to really wanting to be a parent because you value being a parent.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine.
Uh,
I can't imagine.
these are the parents we got in the world. These are the parents, and you know we done had a discussion of if there was a non-racist way to be able to sanction who and who
can and cannot
procreate.
A non-racist parent application. I'm telling you.
Girl, I'd be signing up
if
it could make it non-racist.
I would volunteer to run that whole program. Let's do this.
I'd have it running. And
I'm telling you.
It'd be running like a well.
Our population would be balanced out real fast. We'd start seeing wildlife recovery. We'd start seeing rainforest recovery. We'd start seeing the bees coming back. Because I definitely would have some folks on pause until they could prove themselves. Absolutely.
Because, like, look at these fools. Like, I know Elon Musk is like a scientific genius, but who looks at Elon Musk like,
that's somebody's
I need
dad.
him to be the father of my and I say the same thing. They're definitely not geniuses, but Safari and Jason Derulo, girl, who is looking at them like,
I can't wait.
Right?
Can't wait to raise a child with that guy.
These dancing idiots. That's what.
Girl, remember when Erica and Safari was trying to pretend like he didn't know she was pregnant sitting at that table?
I have not kept up with all of it.
Girl, they were really trying to trick people into thinking that Safari wasn't looking dead at Erica 6 months pregnant and not knowing she was he's like, what? You're pregnant? She was like 6 months.
Is this Simona Scott nonsense?
Yes, it is. Loving hip hop.
Again, and this is their second, they have 2 children.
She tried to keep him with that second baby. I know you did, Erica. And it did not work.
Why?
Homeboy said, I am out, and was in Jamaica.
Idiots. Just idiots all around.
Pretty idiotic, gang. Pretty idiotic.
But yeah. Moving on. Speaking of babies, I don't know if you heard, but Jeanie Mai Jenkins, I will always say her full married name because it's hilarious.
Okay, but before you move on, who is Jeanie Mai? Who is that?
Jeanie Mai Jenkins, one of the hosts of The Real.
Oh, yeah.
Who is now married to who is now married to young Jeezy Jenkins.
Young Jeezy Jenkins.
Yeah, so Jeanie Mai Jenkins.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny and I don't know why.
Her name is Jeanie Jenkins. Jeanie Jenkins. JJ. Hey, JJ.
She recently revealed on her show that after years of swearing that she was a woman who did not want a child, she is now pregnant with, I don't even know what's in my arm because Jeezy has many kids, but is now pregnant with one of Jeezy's future children. I think she's about like in the 5-6 months stage by the looks of her. So that has been the talk of the town because I don't know if you knew, but a few years back when they were first doing The Real, Jeanie Mai she's clearly Asian. I think she's Vietnamese. But she's clearly an Asian woman that was probably raised by some Black culture and thinks that she could say some reckless things with her mouth, like she could just dip in and dip out culture. That's what she gives me. So one of these times where she's done that is before she was with Jeezy Jenkins. She said something when she was married to this white man named Freddy. That was her previous husband. Okay. They divorced because she didn't want kids, allegedly. But anyways, while she was married to him, she said something to the effect of, white meat, but I like my dark meat on the side.
Ooh.
Refer to her taste in men, her preference.
Ew.
So yeah, we were already side-eyeing her.
Oh no, honey.
Saying that. Yeah. We were already
girl.
side-eyeing her. And then down the
dumb
road,
as
she
hell.
divorces the white man, gets with Jeezy, gets married. And now she's pregnant with her dark meat on the side, I guess.
Ooh, Dark Meat said, I'm not playing none of these reindeer games. I like making babies, so get ready. Dang, she compromised pretty quickly.
Yeah. So I guess the truth was, or women do change their mind, and that is true.
Have the right to change your mind.
But the way it rolls out is that it looks like it wasn't that she didn't want children. She didn't want children with Freddy.
Poor Freddy. It was you, bud. It was you.
Yeah. So before Jeanie Mai moved on with Jeezy, her ex-husband Freddy had already moved on and remarried a woman named Lindsay Toole, and they have, I guess, a couple of babies already. Mm-hmm. But during all this reveal that Jeanie Mai is pregnant, Freddy and his wife scurried onto the internet to throw these saddle shades when they're supposed to be happy in their relationship. So Freddy said something to the effect that he left trash to get treasure.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And then Lindsay is saying that it was Jeanie Mai that just kept the hate train going with them. She just wouldn't let them move on and be happy. What? Although, from what I think, Jeanie Mai was making more than Freddy, and I think she had to pay him spousal support when they divorced.
I shouldn't laugh. Laugh.
I don't think Freddy was broke. I think he probably had a network of like $1 million or $2 million, but she definitely had a higher network. Clearly. And then Jeanie has a higher net worth than Jeanie. So
somebody is petty. And then Lindsay tagging in Lindsay.
Like not the husband. I will as an ex-wife to ex-husband, I will talk to you, but you over there pipe it down.
What are you doing, huh? Zip it. Like, you need to be asking your husband why he's on the internet talking about his ex so much.
Exactly. If
that's
you're
what
so
you need to be doing
in your life with your new family, why, as soon as Jeanie Mai announces she's pregnant, you're the first one to have something to say about it?
Just what? Why are you still even thinking about her? You should like what?
So he's been getting dragged promptly.
Oh goodness, Freddy!
Freddy, shut up!
You done lost 2 times. Hold your L, Freddy.
I get it because, like, clearly he has egg on his face, like seeing, like, oh, you swear you didn't want kids with me. We ended up ending our marriage,
and look at you
just
now.
for you to turn around and get pregnant.
Dang. That might hurt his manhood a little, but enough to start a Twitter beef and to tag in the new wife? What? Lindsay. I think I'm most bothered by Lindsay.
Like it's Lindsay. It's Lindsay, isn't it?
It's the Lindsay part for me.
And
what's up, Lindsay?
I guess you could infer that Lindsay is like a very Caucasian blonde woman.
Very blonde is what I was picturing. Very blonde and like thin framed.
Yeah, I guess he went back to the rivers and lakes that he used to. Jeanie Mai went to her dark meat on the side.
Oh, I'm not over that.
Yeah,
either.
I want.
Dang, this whole topic has just put a sour taste in my mouth. There's a lot of fools in this topic.
But even outside of that, it's the fact that like Jeezy, you know that she said that, and you still chose to partner with this woman.
That's weird.
Like some of these men, man.
I'm telling you, as long as it's not coming from a Black woman's mouth, they'll let them say anything.
But we're the ones who are reckless at the mouth, huh? Mm-hmm. We're the disrespectful ones.
They'll take anything from someone as long as it's not a Black woman.
Mm-hmm. You said it. I thought it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how that goes. As far as I know, Jeezy has a few kids already, and I think his relationship with his previous baby mama is not great. So we'll see how he does with his new wife, his new mother of his future child. We'll see if she's a preference that gets different treatment, or will she learn, like a lot of these other preferences, you get treated the same. They're gonna treat you exactly the same.
Yikes.
We'll see. But hopefully she has a successful pregnancy. I think she's in her 40s. So hopefully everything
okay, yes. Good luck, girl.
Smooth there. And she has a healthy baby, and Jeezy continues to, be a good husband to her. We'll see.
Yep.
But Freddie and Lindsay,
oof,
go get this one out.
Just have several seats, you two. Several.
Yeah. And finally, another person who needs to sit things out. Who was it? Who was advised to sit things out? Nick Cannon.
Oh gosh.
I feel like he's a weekly detox staple. He just keeps coming around.
Just gotta keep talking about his buffoonery.
Yeah. Well, his latest buffoonery was a soundbite taken from an interview where he said something to the effect of, "Whenever I have some free time, I'm all about my 7 children."
Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all sent him our podcast? Which one of y'all played him our little snippet where we talked about, ain't no way he got enough time for all his kids? Which one of y'all did it? Thank you, fans. We appreciate this.
But much like many commenters on the internet, it was the when I have free time for me.
When is that, Nicholas?
So your kids get a real dad when you're on your lunch break? Like, when is your free time?
And how are you
incredible?
How are you splitting that lunch break between 7 children across the United States?
I'm like, I don't think that statement did what you thought it was going to do, Nick.
That's a backfire, sir. That's a big fat. You're making our point. You're making our point.
So you just said with your own chest that you're not a full-time present father to these 7 children.
Said it loud and proud. You said it loud and proud.
You said when you have free time, when you're off from wilding out, when you're off from all your hosting shows, when you're off from making music no one wants to hear, when you're done with all that, you could scrape up a moment for these seven children.
Gosh, what a joke.
That's the funniest he's ever been.
Oh my gosh, sir. Just be quiet. Just sit down.
Like, you've already embarrassed yourself with your behaviors. You don't need your mouth to embarrass you any further.
Oh my goodness.
And then he even makes it worse by saying that his therapist has advised him to remain celibate. Like, maybe that's a good step for him.
What? You got a therapist telling you to pack it in?
Maybe sir. You and like sexual health and sound thinking when it comes to having sex, maybe it's not aligned. Maybe you need to step back.
Might not be in sync. Might not be in sync, sir. Get them chakras healed.
Yeah, maybe your head and your body, they're not aligned in the way that they need to be.
Definitely not.
And we don't need any more Nick Cannon babies in this year. We really don't.
We're good. We're at our quota. We are at our quota and at capacity. Correct.
So I would say listen to that person that you're paying a lot of money to. Listen to that advice,
please.
So yeah, Nick Cannon, I guess he's still wanting to go out of 2021 bad. He's down bad. I don't see him picking it up unless he listens to that therapist and remains celibate for the rest of the year. But looking at his track record, I would assume there'll be another Cannon down the pipeline right before we hit the new year, maybe.
Oh, goodness.
Just
thank
ridiculous.
you.
So, yeah, I mean, these people and these babies, I can't. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me at all. I'll just
Mm-mm.
stay over here with myself.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Just ladies, just remember there needs to be an alignment with the pockets and their mind. If those things are unaligned, it doesn't matter how much is in these men's pockets. It's gonna ultimately leave you with a headache, even
Absolutely.
if it's a well-paid headache.
Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we are done talking about these
Whew,
deadbeats.
man.
Think it's time to press on and get
Hmm.
on up out of here and just be glad that we have not crossed paths with any of
Keep my sacred space sacred.
them. I want to social distance from all these men in
I'm telling you,
perpetuity.
in perpetuity and henceforth forevermore.
Yes. All right. So
Okay.
we will wrap it up here. We'll be back next week. You all know more things around the pipeline, movies, music, and mess. And we are always here to break it down. But until that time, y'all stay healthy, stay safe, try to stay baby free for just for a little bit.
I mean, for some time, y'all. Let the pandemic babies get a little older first.
Yeah, I think
Take a breather.
good. We're good on the panty babies for a little bit.
Oh, little monsters.
Yeah. And so just keep your heads on the swivel, y'all. We're coming up towards the end of the year. We can make it in one piece. We can if we all just come together.
We gotta motivate y'all. Something.
Yes. But until we get to that new year, we'll just be here breaking down the mess. So until the next one, we will see you. Take care, peeps.
Bye.
Bye.